Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we're on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Don't really have anything specific planned, so we're gonna just probably pop into some things, fly around, and of course, if you're on the PlayStation and you want to join on in, you can of course do so on US East servers. Make sure you're set to all players and flight conditions, and you should see us. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Friday. Welcome to yet another weekend. And all that good stuff. Let me just get this posted up real quick. Time to fly with the community on the PS5 Pro. And then let me put it in the Discord here. Flying on the PS5 Pro. Glad everybody that watched the Volocopter video yesterday seems to have enjoyed it. I know the eVTOLs aren't everybody's thing, so I do appreciate everybody kind of popping in there and checking it out regardless. Always really cool to see that. We're going to probably fly it a little bit here as well. Been very much enjoying it, especially now that it actually works, which is still very, very exciting. Because if you've ever tried to use it ever since 24 came out, even back in the PC and Xbox launch, this thing just never wanted to work, so pretty exciting. Always like running into these random things. We'll switch out of the ADEATSE livery here and go to the basic white one. And you know what? Let's start at Meigs Field in Chicago. Kilo Charlie Golf X-Ray. Sound like a plan? And by the way, just in case, because I know some people might not know that still, first of all, make sure under online you have multiplayer on. Your multiplayer is set to East USA. And then, of course, under flight conditions, because I know some people might not know what I mean when I say that, it's here in the free flight menu at the top right. Click on that. And then there you'll see the extra multiplayer setting of all players, which is what I always recommend, because in that way, if you're not a fan of the weather that's currently going on where we're flying, you can change it and still see the other players. The other thing I want to see too is we need to be able to change the server from this menu as well. There's just a whole lot of different menus you need to go to in order to set everything up, which really shouldn't be the case anyways. So, it'd be nice to see that changed up just a little bit. But alright. Let's spawn into Meigs Field. Again, Kilo Charlie Golf X-Ray is where we're starting off today's adventure. And then we'll just kind of switch between different things. Again, really no plan. Just wanted to pop in here for a little bit on this lovely Friday and fly around with you folks. Trey, hello, hello, and Haley, hello, and Toby, hello, and John, hello, and the finest with yet another $1.99. Very much appreciate that. Happy Friday to you, and thank you for your continued support, Finest. Very much appreciate that. Stalker, hello. Hope you're well. What's your thoughts on the PS5 Concorde? I did have it on the Xbox, but it's not as good as... We'll definitely need a few updates, but still fun to fly. Yeah, just a quick rundown for me is I just don't think it's worth $40. It definitely needs some updates, and we'll see what happens with it. And Mr. Smoker, hello, hello! Yeah, Michael, this latest beta build has returned the weird hang-ups on loads. If it's sitting there a while, just keep restarting until it starts to move. Because if it's not moving past like 2% or the activating packages after about a minute, it's not going to do anything. It'll just kind of sit there and basically do nothing. That was unfortunately yet another regression with the latest build. Let me make sure the audio sounds good here. It sounds quiet. Let me bring it up a little bit. And Paul, hey cow, don't try to remove the doors on the Vixen in the middle of a career flight. Ask me how I know. Oh, don't worry, Paul. I immediately crashed the Vixen with the doors open when we first flew it when it came out on the PlayStation, so... I know exactly how you feel. Hello, Sash. Hello, hello. And hello, Snow. Welcome to the stream. I think the audio sounds perfect now. Excellent. I'll switch out of here then. Would love to join. I'm out with the flu. Oh no, Sash. Hopefully you get well soon. By the way, I don't know when this happened, but the PlayStation Portal can do gyroscope now. I realized that when I was doing the Volocopter a little bit in career. I was like, how the heck is this working? That wasn't a thing before, so I thought that was fascinating. But anyways. Hello, Alpha Rats, welcome. And you are welcome, Michael. Hopefully that works out for you, but yeah, unfortunately that bug has returned. And do you think Miltech super carries? I really don't know. Because right now, all that stuff is really up in the air as to what's happening. I mean, obviously we know airport add-ons can happen. And I'm just talking about it in general, not just the scenery stuff like carriers and all that. But we know airport add-ons can happen because with the Vixen from Godfriends, you do get an airport add-on on top of it. So, I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. I wouldn't think carriers and stuff like that would also be a problem. But what the time frame would be on that releasing, I have no idea, honestly. Hello, Chicago. Shake a leg. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen boats. Gotta go now. Crap. Why am I not seeing any AI air traffic? Weird. I guess we'll see if we get closer. I hope it's not back to the half-mile draw distance on nameplates again. And Kayla, hello, hello. Oh, absolutely volunteer Snow Mason Police Department. We will definitely follow the YouTube rules and fly only one aircraft per stream. Absolutely. We wouldn't want to break the rules by giving detailed feedback now, would we? What an absolute joke. But hey, we'll leave the feedback that says plain broke and give no other extra details. That's okay, though. Whatever. Unfortunately, on the PlayStation side, PlayStation players only play with PlayStation, so Xbox and PC cannot play with that. Next week, we'll be doing some more Xbox stuff, of course. That way PC and Xbox players can join if they so choose. Yeah, that's why I love having the boat nameplates on. It just, there are some very funny names out there. But that's a Home Depot. You can't fool me with the orange. But no, this eVTOL is definitely becoming my favorite one. Like, Archer Midnight used to be at the top of it. Oh, there's an AI flight. How far are they? 6. Oh, and he's gone, man. One of these days, the AI traffic won't disappear when you look at them. That'll be nice. But anyways, back to the eVTOLs. I just love the way this thing flies. Like, it does fly completely different from the Joby and the Archer. And I like that. I mean, just in general, I'm really happy to see this functioning. It took almost 2 years for it to happen, but we got there. I don't know, they might have changed it. I really don't know if we still see players outside of the beta or not. I'm not 100% sure on it. So, I mean, you can try to hop into Chicago on the public version and see what happens. I mean, if a lot of people aren't on the beta and we don't see each other anymore, which, again, would be stupid. I don't know why that is a factor in things, but regardless, we can pop over there, because then I can mess with the 777 a little bit more and see if we run into any issues that we've seen kind of pop up in the chat. Other than the FMC, we know that just is a known issue. Can you believe we had nothing released on the PlayStation Marketplace yesterday? It was still a fantastic week for it, though. Hey Monorific, welcome to the stream. And Jacob, I can agree with that. I'm definitely not pleased with my $40 I wasted on it. Oh, Joey, it's a completely different experience totally between PlayStation VR. I'm assuming you're talking about PSVR. I mean, I guess VR and other platform or PC has also seen improvements. But if you're talking about PSVR 2, yes. The difference between what we've been used to on VR and the standard version of the sim, the public version, compared to what we get in Sim Update 6 is fantastic in the beta. Basically what it should have been when it originally released. You can actually read things that are in front of you in the instrument panel. The performance is awesome. Love it. Is that? Is that a Cessna? Why is that going so fast? What is with the AI here? Okay. Very interesting. Yes, Joey, that'll be happening when Sim Update 6 releases. It'll probably be like September or so. Alright, let's bring this power down here. Start to descend a little bit. But yeah, Blue Eye Devil, I'm sorry you still can't, because I know that was supposed to happen with this beta build of disc users being able to get into the beta. I'm not sure what happened with that. Hey, it's unpaved. In the Chinook. Very nice. Look at the draw distance, by the way. Got the Chicago skyline back there. Love that. Especially love the detail and the photogrammic imagery that we're flying over as well, and of course the performance that we're getting out of it. I would hope so, Paul, because that is not a $40 cockpit. I don't know what... I don't know. Banshee, good morning. I'm doing alright, doing alright. Is this flight on the beta build or full build? This is on the beta build, because this plane does not work outside of this latest beta build. This is the first time it's actually seen any improvements ever. So, Rin and... Unpaved, are you in the beta? And Paul? I just want to see something if we end up seeing, because I hope they didn't change it. It was really nice being able to see everybody regardless if they were in the beta or not. But it seems with this latest build it's a lot emptier, so they might have changed it again, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not sure about the F-22. That's the one that was going to be a bit further away, because it's going to release first on Xbox, and then it'll have a PlayStation release after that. So I don't really know what the time frame is going to be with it. Just depends on how many people show up. If we get a good amount here in the beta, we'll probably stick through it, but if not, we can go back to 5.1 for a bit. You're in the beta? Okay. I mean, if you want to fly it in 2020, I mean, it's a free update, so it's just the Top Gun stuff. I still can't believe they didn't manage to get that over into 24. Such a missed opportunity. But, yeah, I mean, if you have 2020, grab it for free and just have it. Unfortunately, Joey, there is nothing you can do. Asobo originally said that with the Sim Update 6 beta, disc users were going to be able to get into it, but that didn't happen, obviously. And in true Asobo fashion, there's no discussion as to why that happened, or if it's still going to happen in a future beta build, or anything like that. What still will look great? Because if you're talking Dark Star, you can't fly that in 24. Unfortunately. And Maniac, hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Same goes to the 54 of you currently stopping on by. Oh yeah, I mean, they're not bringing it to 24, because it's going to get delisted, I think, what, August 3rd? Or something like that on 2020, and then it's just gone. I mean, if you have it, it'll stay with you, but nobody else can get it anymore. Yeah, exactly, Paul, because that's what I thought. That's why that button showed up. It's like, oh great, the disc users can actually get into the beta, so through that, but then that didn't actually do anything, so I don't know. But yeah, if you did purchase the physical disc, I hope you'll be able to join in on the beta fun here shortly. Just have absolutely zero confirmation on that. The one thing I need to get better at with this thing is my descents, because I always end up, you know, climbing as we go up, and then I just have this nice little slow drop to the ground. The other thing I need to get better at, too, is sometimes flying this thing around the ground can be a bit weird. I just need to get better at the throttle control on it. Honorific, this should be O'Hare? Let me look. Let me double check here. Yes. Kilo Oscar Romeo Delta. Where are these planes taking off from? Are they actually taking off from that runway? Because it looks like they're taking off from a taxiway. No, I guess, I don't know. It's always looked really weird. Like, where did you just come from? Oh, yeah, they are taking off from, yeah. I knew something was weird here. Yep, 2 years in and the AI is still just a complete mess like always. Watch this for a little bit because this is amusing to me. We have about 6 aircraft inside each other back there, about to have 7. Well, they eventually found the center line. Very nice, United. Beautiful. Very nice. Yeah, let's get some more over here, please. Yes. By the way, how are we doing? I'm sure we're still descending. It's fine. Alright, let's watch this fantastic lineup. Oh, he's drifting. Hang on. He's on... He's not even using the right landing gear. Nice. Very nice. You know, always good to test out your A320's ability. I like how it's an A320, but it's showing... It's not even doing model matching right for... Where did you just come from? Alright. But yeah, it's an A320. I like how model matching doesn't work with AI traffic either. Craziness. Watch this beautiful arc piece happening here. Oh, look at that. Sweet. Got ourselves a lovely... It's actually a 777, but we got the McDonnell Douglas over here. Or the MD-10, sorry. Wow. Oh, hang on. What happened to him over there? Sky West, 5125. I'm starting to think AI is never gonna really get any improvement. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the fact that it's still in this state after all this time, I just... Oh, we got this guy over here sideways as well. Very nice. Oh, he's leveling off. Oh, he took off from the grass. Nice. Incredible. Yeah, come on, fit on in there. Squeeze on in there, MD10. Oh, here we go. We got SkyWest 5684 about to take off from the grass here. Nice. Hi, Pigtowns. What are you flying over here? Oh, the T-34. Nice. By the way, what happened to my drone? Oh, we landed. Nice. Here, hang on. I'll go watch this for a little bit longer here. We'll bring our volocopter over. Just the lovely default AI traffic, Mike. Which is working beautifully. I kind of want to wait to see what the MD-10 does, if he does that same randomness at the runway. But yeah, Monorific, it is gigantic. And NL, hello, welcome. And Ross, hello, welcome to the stream. How hard is it to sort out AI traffic? Apparently very difficult. They should talk to the third-party developers, because I'm pretty sure they've gotten it figured out, right? With their ingestion and everything like that. A lot more realistic and not this nonsense. It just crazy to me how I don't... Model matching is still something that boggles my mind as well. I mean, the fact that it can't even model match AI traffic correctly is funny to me. What are you flying? Oh, the Bell! I didn't realize that had a short draw distance as well. At least the blades are moving. Very nice. Looking good, looking good. I like that helicopter. I know people don't like it, but I enjoy it. And then after the MD-10 goes, we'll move on. It is, Paul. It's very interesting. Should fly out of a small airport and we all fly Cubs. Do something like that. I mean, we don't all have to fly the same thing. It doesn't matter. You guys can fly whatever you want, but... I'll probably be in the Vixen, if I'm going to be honest. Get the Tundra tires on there. Yeah, probably Monorific. It's just a free-for-all out here in O'Hare. Nice. Got the smoke going again. What's 2008 trying to do here? Oh, and of course the MD-10 disappeared. Whatever. The one thing I was waiting for. Whatever. Now we got a Japan Airlines 787 MD-10. Whatever. I'm out. I gotta be honest, sometimes I think the AI has gotten worse throughout the last couple of years. As opposed to getting any sort of better. That's awesome. I still love the smoke effect, though. So is anybody flying with us from the public build? Because I doubt, I think they changed it again and removed the ability to see people regardless of beta or public. Which is disappointing. It's so nice having that, because then it doesn't matter, like, if people don't want to be in the beta, but still want to participate with flights, they can, and then I don't know why that's such a big deal. Like, it obviously had no impact to performance or anything like that. The only thing it did was make it to where you don't see prop animations. That's the only thing I saw that was an issue regarding player bases between beta and public. And PDX, I hope so too. I really hope we'll start seeing airport add-ons and sceneries and all of that type of stuff. I was hoping we'd have a helipad or something on one of these buildings here, but I think we'll just land in the grass somewhere. There's the Chinook. And Herminator, welcome back to the stream. Happy to have you here. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. Again, if you're on the PlayStation and you want to fly along with us, you can absolutely do so. And then what we're going to do is you guys can stay here in the Chicago area. I just want to see, because I'm not getting really a definitive answer. So I'll just check myself if I see you from the public build or not. That way we can actually get a definitive answer on it. I still think this form of transportation is really cool, though. Like, if we could have that between Colorado Springs and Denver or something like that, and not have to drive on the interstate or something to get up into downtown, watch a baseball game, and then hop in one and get back down. I think that would be really cool. I'm hoping stuff like this can be a success with the Archer Midnight, the Joby, and just eVTOLs in general. Oh, nice! This is the PS5 Pro. Running on the Sim Update 6 beta here. Saint, we are in the city of Chicago. But alright, just stay here, guys. I just want to see something really quick. We'll give our own definitive answer as to if the beta and public players can still see each other. I think they changed it with the .10 build, unfortunately. But we'll find out. Right, Snow? I mean, that would be just awesome. It's like, hey, a 15, 20-minute flight that doesn't... Because the tickets for, like, Southwest and crap between Colorado Springs and Denver is ridiculous. It's like a few $100 for a 15, 20-minute flight. So if they can make it to where it's like $80 or something like that to fly back and forth or something, that would be a huge moneymaker. I would go up to Denver more because I don't know. I go up there every so often, and by every so often I mean very rarely because I just don't feel like it. But something like that would definitely make me go up there. You know, catch a baseball game, go to an Avalanche game, stuff like that. It would be so cool. And it's like, hey, don't have to drive back, hop in the eVTOL, get back home, and done. It's such a cool concept, and I really hope it kicks off and becomes a success. Because I know Archer wants to launch around the 2028 Olympics. I think that's going to be like their first main air taxi service type stuff going on, if all goes well. So if any of those eVTOLs want to do testing over here, I would ride it. So I'm just telling you that right now. Because the idea of it, I love that. By the way, in case you wanted to see what the we were here, weren't we? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like they changed that again, unfortunately. That's so annoying. I don't know why that's such a big deal. I really don't. Yep. So the fun times of beta and public flying together have come to an end, unfortunately. Boo. I don't know why they're so worried about that, but whatever. Yeah. I don't really want to fly in 5. Well, we'll stick through it a little bit. We'll see. If people show up, great. If not, I'll go back to the beta. We'll do it that way. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Get the analog with Tundra tires, I think, is what we're gonna go for here. And then let's go for a nice little... you know what? We haven't done yellow yet. Let's go taxi cab yellow. So yeah, if you were flying with me, pop over to the public version, and then we'll fly for a little bit. And let's go into the mountains of Stewart. A little Stewart flight. So we will be at Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango. Is this game good on PS5? I think so, Contop. I love flying over here. Any frame no longer on beta, no. Seafair this weekend in Seattle. Ooh, very nice. Are you attending then, I assume? Hopefully you have a blast if you are. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is, but it sounds very fun. In Tailspin, we are... What did I just say? I forgot. I always forget. I say it and then I don't pay attention to it. Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango. We'll wait a little bit here. Hopefully see some names pop in. Because that's too much fun, not allowed. Probably, Paul. Honestly, I can't believe that they changed that. How sad not allowing public fly with bait. Yeah, I really, truly don't understand why that bothers them so much. There is no performance regression that I've seen. When we did that throughout the first few beta builds now. And now it's gone. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, folks. I don't know. This is beautiful here. Especially with the rain falling from that cloud right there. Hey! Hello, Spectre and Brian. Do I see a Vixen under there? Very nice. Got the Piper hanging out as well. Nice. Oh, it's the Boeing Air Show. Oh, okay. I don't know why. I thought it was something about boats, I'm gonna be honest. But nice. That'll be great. Get our headset toggle on. Just spawned in. Nice. E-Frame. Pigtown's just loading up. Nice. We'll be here for a little bit. Don't worry. I'll do some touch and goes here. And then we'll fly into the mountains. Why was I hearing a jet booting up? What the heck? I don't know what I was hearing, but okay. It's Dan. Oh, and the Robinson R66. That has a good rotor slap sound to it. I've noticed that if you say the word Friday slowly enough, out loud it ends up putting a smile on your face with a grin. Very nice, Terminator. I needed that on this Friday. And Chris, so what issues are you running into with the 777? We know about the FMC thing where you can't put in a flight plan and stuff like that. Is there anything else going on with the PlayStation version? Because I'd love to test it out. And don't worry, you don't have to just say one issue that you're having with it like you do on the forum. You can let out as many issues that you're having with an aircraft or anything else with a sim here freely and as much as you'd like. And you won't be given attitude like you do on the forum. That must be the Robinson I'm hearing. A little whoosh, 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 whoosh. Yep, there it is. It sounded very Robinson-like. And Kofo... no, not Kofo. Ko4OT... Oh, whatever. You know what I mean. I hope you'll be able to make it to a stream. And hopefully your work shift goes by nice and quick for you. Patrick, I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. Oh, did something... So, okay. The other thing I want to know, too. Are you on base PS5 or Pro? Because I've seen folks say that the users with the 777 on the base PS5 are not having as fun of a time. So there might be some lingering issues. I don't know, though. I don't own a base PS5. So just interested on that. Hydroplane races, Blue Angels. Nice. Sounds like it'll be a fantastic air show then. Okay, so I think there might be some base PS5 issues then with the 777. Which might explain why the 737 is kind of not releasing yet. Because most of the issues that I've heard about the 777 are due to the base PS5 version. Remember, folks, we are not on the beta, so we do have to deal with the wake turbulence of helicopters and other aircraft. So, thanks Asobo, glad you got rid of the beta and public players flying together. Appreciate it. Any hoozles, I think I finished what I was talking about with the 777. So yeah, it seems like the base PS5 is still running into a majority of the issues that all, the Pro version was also having. I don't know what it is. I really don't. So that definitely sucks for you guys. I'm hoping that'll get resolved for you so you can finally use your $50 aircraft. But there's probably nothing you can do on your end except wait for yet another update. Because unfortunately, we now live in the era of gaming where everything's just, oh, we'll fix it in a future update. Oh, this is broken. Oh, we'll fix it in a future update. Oh, this is also broken. Oh, don't worry, we'll fix that in a future. That's all it is now. It doesn't matter about sending out a product that works properly the first time. It's all about just, who cares? Get our money, and we'll get the updates out when we want the updates out. So. Alright, we'll do one more touch and go, and then we'll head into the mountains. But yeah, that does really suck, though. So hopefully those of you that are experiencing that on the base PS5 will finally be able to utilize that aircraft properly soon. Just craziness. A region, US East is the server. Tailspin. And Patrick, we're up in the Alaska-Canadian wilderness of Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango of Stewart. So if you want to join on in, make sure you're set to all players in the conditions. And US East, and you'll be able to fly along with us. Speaking of the 777, note is in one. And Brody, yes, this is the PS5 Pro that we're flying on. Actually, yes, we in the Volocopter video that I posted last night, that was in Oregon. It is very nice there. It was really cool because there were some low-lying clouds and everything as well, which was awesome. Got the mountains going on. It was a beautiful flight. So you are not lying. Wow, that's still the 777's wake turbulence we're flying through there. It's Pigtowns. And welcome Big Lad in New York. Well, welcome. I just... anyways. So, what gives us the most mountains on this route here? Are we gonna go this way? Probably not. I think we're gonna go back the other way here. What? And now it's... Asobo, you make some interesting decisions in this sim, it's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say. Because I would really love to be in that meeting where they're like, you know what, let's make it to where we enable wake turbulence on multiplayer aircraft. That's gonna be so fun. It's like, yeah, that's great. Oh, goodness gracious. So we are currently at a little below 1,000 feet, so we'll probably go to 3,000 for this cruise through the mountains here. Let me turn off gyroscope so I'm not fighting the autopilot. And we don't have to climb 1,100 feet per minute either. We can bring that down just a little bit. What are you flying, Pigtowns? Oh, the Draco. Why? See, oh, whatever. I'm not even gonna bother asking. Model matching is just a complete joke. Can't even model match vanilla aircraft. Like, what in the world? Oh, I love the sight of all the names. Hello, Orangey and New York and Big Lad and PDX and Unpaved Jason, Brian, Diote, Nam, Pigtowns, and do we have anybody in front of us still? Yes, we got Patrick up there in the 777. Very nice. Oh. Hey, we're actually... Oh, what the... Oh, it's somebody else in a 777. Okay. Nice air tractor orangey. I love it. But again, if you do end up wanting to join, we can head over to Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango, and we're heading north from there into the mountains and into a little bit of rain and a little bit of wake turbulence as a side dish as well. We got Battlefield jet ramming and Flight Sim 24 before our working game. Beautiful, Tyler. By the way, how is that new season, by the way? I meant to go into it and completely forgot about it with the water combat being back and everything. Has it been fun, or is it just kind of more of the same? Did Wake Island come back? I'll probably go back when that shows up. I love Wake Island. That DC-3. What a plane. And don't worry, folks, we will be increasing our speed here shortly once we level out at 3,000 feet, which it looks like we just got there. We did. Perfect. Yeah, unfortunately, enforcement. Xbox and PC only play with each other there, and then PlayStation is on its own. Because Asobo had no interest in incorporating crossplay for some reason. It's dope, but August 18th is when Wake Island comes back. Oh, nice. And is it Styres? I'll have to get back into it, because I played a lot of it when it first came out, and then I kind of just had enough of waiting between Season 1 and 2. but cool. I'll have to get back into it though. Because, I mean, I enjoy Battlefield regardless. You know, the Red Sec mode is fun. I'm glad we're getting into some other maps that aren't just city-based, because that got really kind of boring for me with 6, so I'll have to pop back in there. Have some fun in Battlefield again. Oh, nice. Is this a landing in career mode with a Vixen, Paul? Good luck. Shadow, we are flying... I don't know. I need to just write it down. I keep forgetting where it is. We took off from Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango, and we've headed north. The next airport we're going to be heading to is... I really don't know. I think we're going to turn left, though, because I want to kind of go through the higher peaks. But yeah, that's where we started from. Just go north. You'll see the green dots from there. Make sure you're on US East servers with all players in the flight conditions set. PlayStation for Battlefield. Maybe we'll do a Battlefield stream over the weekend. I know most people don't care about it on this channel, but it'll be nice being away from the sim for a day or two. Just have some fun with that. Maybe get a squad going or something. I don't know. I don't really know how that works with multiplayer and lobbies because I always play alone, so. Yeah. When you play Battlefield 6, you should stream. We'll probably do that. We might even do that tomorrow or something. We'll see. I'm in the mood for it again. And nice, Paul. Get a Cowtown squad together. I agree, Ross. Yeah, we'll have to do some truck sim as well, for sure. I agree. I mean, the main thing I'm honestly waiting... Like, I love doing it. But we're going to be hitting that thing on console. I'm so excited for American and Euro Truck Sim to get the console. That's when we're really going to focus on it a lot more, as opposed to the PC version. But we'll probably still do it a few times leading up to that, which hopefully we're not too far away from getting some announcements regarding a release on that. But yeah, definitely when it reaches console, we're gonna be on the American and Euro Truck Sim a lot. Burner, this should be live. It is. We're going to need to climb a little bit here, folks. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Because it is looking a little dire here. Oops. Did you see that, by the way, I don't know how many of you pay attention to American Truck Sim, but the Ford Mustang road trip gameplay looks pretty cool, sounds cool. They released that earlier today. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Hang on. You got it autopilot, or do you want me to take care of it? I think autopilot's got this. We're fine. Welcome to the flight, Patrick. That's a new name. ZI. Hello, Z. We got Jason and Boa back there. Very nice. Thanks for joining, everybody. Oh, Alright. Autopilot back on again for now. And vertical speed is still on. Oh, why? What was that? Not in gyroscope. I don't know why it pulled up like that. That was weird. And Fire, hello, hello, welcome. Any time frame on ATS? No, unfortunately, still nothing on that. I'm hoping it's later this year, you know, just November, December time frame, but I feel like it'll be probably 2027 for a release. If I'd have to guess. But whenever that does end up happening, I very much look forward to showcasing it. Jason from GTA 6. Yep, this is actually going to be your first look at Trailer 3 for GTA 6, which is going to be showing in about 3 minutes. Shout out to Rockstar for giving me an early look at it. Oh, I love Project Airport. Absolutely love it. Would love to see it make its way over to console. That would be really like the cherry on top. I doubt that'll ever happen though, but it's just such a cool one. I love the new livery editor where you can actually create your own liveries to fly in the sim. It keeps adding more and more aircraft models from the default sim as well. Which, you know, just again proves why in the world Asobo couldn't do that in the default sim, letting people create, you know, something Forza-esque with a livery editor and sharer is beyond me. If a solo or a small team developer can make a whole livery editor that makes it to where people can share it, fly other people's liveries, you can create your own and use, you know, all that type of stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, folks. But yeah, Project Airports is awesome. If you play on PC, highly recommend checking it out. I don't know what happened here. What are you? Oh, you're flying the Titan. Oh. Was that some... That looked like some wake turbulence right there. Which, with how this flight has gone so far, wouldn't shock me. Use the Thrustmaster steering wheel for it. For flying? Okay, I'll go plug it in. I don't know what's going on with these aircraft. Their propellers on other players' aircrafts not spinning. So for the helicopter, that's just a passive aircraft. So it has no animation, just like with the Eurocopter. And of course, what's freaking the plane out is the fantastic addition of awake turbulence that you can't turn off in the public build. So that's what's freaking the planes out. And then of course, like the Caribou, they're not actually flying that, but a lot of multiplayer models don't have correct prop animations. It's been like that since day one. They don't seem to ever want to fix it, so just fun times, fun times. That's probably my favorite passive model right here. I love the E2. How nobody's made this yet, I'm shocked. Because that would be a fun one to fly around. I just love the design of that. I was about to say, I'm like, I hope that's going to load in there, because that looked terrible. There we go. I was just like, something doesn't look right here. Alright, let's start to descend here. I don't want to be too high up. Let's go back down to 3,000. Oh, let's go back down to 3,000 feet. Bring that power on back. By the way, are we running into any airports in the area here? Doesn't look like it, but we got a cool lake going on. Let me get rid of the radar. I don't really need it. Serves us no purpose at the moment. Who's that? I'm assuming an AI traffic? I mean, Chris, honestly, every stream is pretty much a community flight, unless I'm in career mode. But other than that, anytime I'm live, I'm pretty much in free flight. So you can join in whenever. Again, unless it is a designated career thing where I'm just trying to run into some issues or just see how things are doing. But everybody is free to join anytime we're live, about 99% of the time, at least recently. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, plane. And we'll turn to the right just a little bit here. Hey, Russell! Oh, I know. I would love to see that type of stuff get over into consoles, but with how rules and all that type of stuff are with the console sides, it's nearly impossible for it. Appreciate it, Burner. I love my Camp Hale Airport. I'm going to be doing another video over that with my next addition to it shortly. That looks nice right here. Especially with that curtain of rain at the end of the lake. It's awesome. You have a lot more patience than I, Cowtown. You know, it's just... I'm assuming it's in regards to the fun wake turbulence we're having from the multiplayer models. But it's okay. It just gives me more and more evidence as to why it was a terrible decision. So it works out. But I mean, when it comes to questions and everything like that, I love answering it. You know, it's one of my favorite things to do with these streams. You know, when people have issues with planes, like, oh, you know, my Saab isn't wanting to taxi and all that stuff. Oh, it's just the gust line. You know, all those types of little things, or just questions about future add-ons and what's the deal with. You know, I love trying to be as transparent as possible with everything that I see from third-party developers and everything like that. It's just a very fun aspect to it. That's why I love live streaming, especially nowadays. I mean, I've said it before. I've been doing this for years, and most of my streams were always, you know, 5 people at most. So to have numbers like we do now with 95 people around, chatting with everybody, talking about the sim, talking about other stuff, and just answering questions, it never gets old. I don't care if I've answered a question 1,000 times. Obviously, not everybody's here for all the streams or every single second of it, and some people are new to the channel entirely, and if they're asking a question that we've answered many times before, I don't really care. It's just like, hey, welcome on in. Happy to have you here. Hopefully you stay around and enjoy the rest of the content. And that's just kind of how I love to do things here. And then just always seeing so many people here flying along, that never gets old either. It's been just such an awesome experience with everybody in the sim, from the PC to the Xbox, and of course recently with the PlayStation 5. Hello, Agent Golgo. That's a new name. Welcome on in. What are you flying? Oh, you're flying the Eurofighter. Too bad I don't see it. Although the Mustang looks pretty cool. Probably has a better frame rate than the Citation CJ4 in Longitude. I need to look at that, though. Maybe some things have changed with that. I haven't messed with it in a little bit. Because that's really what keeps me away from the Longitude. It's just not great performance-wise. I'll keep it in mind, Fire. I always try to hit some new airports to get the, you know, the 5 times bonus for visiting other people's places. Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's amazing. Like, see, that's what impresses me from those add-ons from small teams, sometimes even solo developers. The amount of work and excitement and just things that they want to improve and add at such a fast rate. I love that. And Project Airports is a prime example of it, because since we started covering it when it first came out of beta a couple weeks ago, it's changed so much. A lot of community feedback has already been added into that program, and that's why I love showcasing it. I mean, he loves that project, and you can tell. Alright, get back into autopilot here. Look at that. Nice. Oh, gotcha, Golgo. Gotcha. That makes sense. Since it's Golgo in there, I did not pair the two together. I am sorry, but welcome to the flight. And Tailspin, you can't find... Are you on PS5, right? We are on the default public version of the sim right now, so 5.1. Nope, Rick. They added it, and you weren't able to turn it off in 5.1. We're able to turn it off in the beta, but yeah, in the public version, you're not able to turn it off. So, when you have project airports open, you can do whatever you want to do normally. So if you're in career mode, free flight, world photographer, anything like that, you're still counting towards your credits that you earn. You won't get missions from project airports missions. Or career. Okay, hang on. I'm saying this all backwards. Project airport creations will not get in-sim career mission types because the missions are pre-generated already, specifically from whatever their format is. So unless Asobo recognizes those airports, they'll never have missions directly to those, if that's what you're asking. And yeah, Paul, how do you zoom out, in and out? I love answering that one, though, because this is a really handy one. I don't know why it's not a default setting anyways. Because I use my cockpit zoom an absolute ton. Are we... I don't think you're actually doing... What are you doing right now? I mean, to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this completely messed up the plane with all the wake turbulence throwing around, which I feel like is happening, because now we're kind of dolphining through the air here. Nope, Rick, I can show you. All the way down to the bottom. Wake turbulence is not here until the Sim Update 6 beta. Quite the oversight to not include that setting when it originally came out with 5.1. Well, I guess 5. No, the zoom still works, because the way I do it, I mean, you can of course set up your own keybinds with the VR Sense controllers. I just don't personally use it. Even in VR, I'm just using the Dual Sense with gyroscope. But yeah, it's the same keybind, so you can definitely do that too if you want to. If you don't want to always lean forward or anything like that. Oh. What in the world? Wasn't that Banshee who became a member and then I've never seen it retract like that? I mean, if it was an accident, it's all good. If you didn't want to be a member, hopefully you get your money back. I've never seen that happen before. It's okay. And Gray, I'm glad you enjoy the thumbnail. I mean, that Cessna's awesome. I love that plane. So I'm glad you love the thumbnail. And K-pop, hello! I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Absolutely. Hopefully you are as well, and same goes to the 97 of you. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your weekend, or almost getting to that point. If you're on the PlayStation and you want to fly in the public 5.1 version of the sim, you can absolutely do so. We got quite the group again as usual here, which looks awesome. Very much appreciate everybody stopping on by. We got a beautiful rain shower going on as well, making it very cinematic out here. I would give you a great airport to spawn into, but there is literally nothing out here. So I mean, we took off from... Wasn't it... Where the heck did we take off from? You know, I don't even know, to be honest with you. there's another airport over here of Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango we can go to. We get through some mountains. Let's do that. Speaking of mountains, I hope we don't slam into one here. Look at that 777 from Patrick there. Oh god, we're definitely not going to Anchorage. I can guarantee that, Taco. Oh my goodness, we'd be here all day. We are not anywhere close to Anchorage. Oh man. I renewed my subscription and removed the notification, wasn't looking for praise. Well, you're gonna get it anyways. I very much appreciate the renewal, Banshee. I'm glad you enjoy the content enough to help support it. Keep the channel going with getting some, you know, add-ons here and there and everything like that. So very much appreciate it. So there's your praise anyways. I'm not going to let that slip on by. Still have no idea why. I mean, it's just... I'm still annoyed that they got rid of the whole thing where you could see beta players and public betas together in one world. Just makes no sense why they would get rid of that. Because I keep just thinking about it. It's like, man, that was so nice. It really was. Everybody could participate regardless if they were in the beta environment or not, and it was just perfect. Best content, best streamer, and thank you as well. Well, I appreciate it, Banshee. I try my best to make the content enjoyable regardless of what we're doing. Either if it's video, streams, sometimes outside of the sim, all that fun stuff. Not sure if you've mentioned it, wake turbulence is a pain. I don't think I've talked about it enough, Paul. Definitely not. Oh no, Castaway! Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I have the camera go really fast. Oh. What the heck? I have no... What the heck is this? Okay. Okay, that's nice to come back to. Ooh. I'm gonna try it. Let's go for a little off-road landing here. I'm going to wait a little bit because it's very bumpy here. Oh, okay, it's very bumpy everywhere, apparently. Stick to the road. Uh-oh. Yep, that's not gonna work out. Hang on. Let's go the other way here. Going downhill was not the play. Was not the play at all. Oh, nice, K-pop. You're gonna have a fantastic time with the PlayStation then. Oh my goodness. What an absolute dumb thing to add. There we go. We found a nice spot there. All players is what we have it set to. And SFS, I wish I could tell you like a specific spot that's close by. There's literally nothing out. We are in the middle of the wilderness out here. The closest thing to us is, I think it was down here. Oh god, it's way down there though. That's still far away. We are north of Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango by a lot. So, I mean, if you can find all the green dots from there, just north of that airport by a little bit, just kind of look for that big green gap inside of a bunch of mountains, and you should be able to find us that way. I just never do live multiplayer because not everybody wants to fly in live conditions, so I just have it set to all. Because then that way, everybody can just fly the way they want to. And Julio with the $5 super chat, very much appreciate that. Thank you so very much. As usual, I'm glad you enjoy the content enough to not only be a member, but also donate a little bit extra. Very, very awesome of you. Thank you so much, Julio. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Welcome from Orlando. Hopefully not too hot this weekend down there. What am I kidding? It's probably hot and humid, if I'd have to guess, with some Florida weather. But yeah, right now, the closest airport is probably a good 30 nautical miles away or more. It's Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango. We're out in the Canadian wilderness. So much in the wilderness, in fact, that that's the closest airport to us. So we'll try to make our way over there. So yeah, if you search for that airport and look north of it, you should see everybody on the map from there. Hey, the storm's breaking up a little bit. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. That was a fun storm to fly through. I enjoyed that. Alright, so we're on the way to that airport now, which is great. And we'll just altitude hold here. I'm fine with that. You see our elevator flopping in the wind. I mean, I don't really, if people are gonna just cause havoc on my aircraft with it, it's whatever. It just makes me that much more excited for Sim Update 6 to come out. And being able to turn that off. I mean, why that wasn't a thing immediately when that was added, I mean, it's just... Because, you know, I brought that up in the forums when we started seeing that in the beta phase. Like, this isn't gonna go well. It's gonna get people annoyed. They're gonna turn off multiplayer because they don't want to deal with it. You know, like, if they're setting up their plane, even an airliner on the ground and a helicopter flew over, it would just crash the plane, regardless of the aircraft, anything like that. And it's just... how nobody in the developer side of things was like, you know what, maybe we'll make sure we'll have a toggle for this. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's just, I don't know. It's really, really weird. But thankfully with Sim Update 6, we'll be able to turn that off and never deal with it again, which is going to be lovely. And Lord Cypher, hello Cowtown. We'll try to join the next session. Are we on the beta? We are not. We are on the 5.1 build. Because unfortunately, Asobo made the decision to get rid of the awesome ability to fly with beta or non-beta participants in one server. Why they did that? No idea. But so that's why we're on the 5.1 build at the moment. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water really quick. Enjoy the storm in the background here. I'm sure my plane will probably be crashed by the time I come back. Alright, we're back. And we're still flying. I'm shocked. I am shocked. And Mrs. Hello! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. And yes, US East server, that is correct, Smoker. Nice misses, and yep, I am having a lovely Friday. It's a great day. At this point, Paul, I'm just ignoring it. Just pretending it's not happening. Yeah. Anyways, let's see how far we are away from this airport here of Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango. I like how I immediately put the wrong... Nice. Charlie, Yankee, you got an earthquake going on here. Charlie, Yankee, X-Ray. And Tango. Cube Global Storage, Canada. Nope, not heading there. Terrace, a British Columbia. Enter. And let's go into nav mode, please. And yes, yep, did our first livery with a Cessna Corvallis. I love being able, like, it was already a cool idea in the beginning where it's just like, okay, you know, you can do your own liveries for passive, just aircraft sitting at your airport. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can do it for the actual aircraft we fly, and that's just awesome. So I did one for the Cessna Corvallis. And pretty happy with it. I mean, I'm not an artiste, so I'm still happy with how it turned out. It's cool being able to put your logo or just other images that you want on the plane, and of course let everybody else utilize it. It's just such a cool thing. Love it. Yep, Jed. Absolutely. It's alright, at least the Vixen's handling it like a champ, so we'll make do. We got rainbows all over the place on this trip here, because we're at the perfect angle with the sun and the rainfall. I mean, the thing that annoys me most is, it's not me, it's just like, whatever. If they want to keep messing up my plane, whatever. The thing that annoys me is it's ruining other people's flight. Like, they're wanting to come in here, have some fun, and then they're having to deal with that too. Because again, nobody here can turn it off right now, and it's just... It's like, come on. Oh, Taco with the 990. Look at that sticker. That is fantastic. Now he looks cool. But thank you so very much for the 999. That is very, very awesome of you. I mean, again, this isn't your first time, so I appreciate the continued support. Glad you continue to enjoy the content as well. So thank you very, very much, Taco, for that. Just awesome. Oh wait, that's actually your first super. It actually says that. Oh, well, never. Okay, well, either way, I appreciate all the times you've been in the streams, commenting on the videos, and just being around on the channel. So, again, thank you, Taco. That is awesome. And Miss is awesome. I haven't tried to do one yet. I was finally able to spend some more time working on my... Yeah, I saw the pictures. It looks great. I'll have to revisit the airport again. I haven't been there in a little bit. So, it looks like some amazing upgrades have been made there. And TF96 rollout here. Enjoy your videos, man. I appreciate it, Transformator96. Are you here? Because I know we've seen that name before, so I guess you're just not here right now, but we always love seeing you fly along with us. You still on autopilot? You gonna get us back on track, plane? And KJ in an F-23. Welcome to the flight as well. Nice King Air unpaved. Are you actually flying the King Air? You are. Oh no, there's rollout. Nice. In the lovely Grand Caravan. I love the Grand Caravan. It is a very resilient plane to the nonsense that's going on. I love the aircraft. It's just, it's such a, I don't know what it is about it. It's such a joy to fly this thing. It's one of my most flown aircraft on the PC and Xbox, and now, of course, on the PlayStation as well. We are headed to Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango. That is correct. Oh, shoot. Are we... Oh, no. That's somebody else. I was about to say, I'm like, God, we got here fast. We got a little bit of ways to go still. That's okay. We are going to climb, though, because we got some... We got some terrain up ahead that I would prefer not to slam into the ground. We might still slam into the ground due to the helicopter causing crap, but we'll see. Trying to make it to where we don't do it ourselves here. By the way, I know not everybody's into gliders, but I saw Got Friends announced that... hang on. I don't want to say something. So the glider, the MS-30 or AS-33 Me, is going to have an added bonus when it releases on PlayStation. It'll come with a glider, but it'll also come with the tow plane that is fully flyable for yourself, the Wilga 35T. So that's pretty cool. So you'll get a glider and an additional plane. They announced that, so... Just thought I'd let everybody know. They said this update is being added to the PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5 versions of the AS-33 Me. Marketplace updates have been submitted, and version 1.0.7 will be released by Microsoft and Sony once approved. So every AS-33 Me purchase for Flight Sim 24 now includes a free, fully flyable Wilga 35A variant listed in the simulator as the Wilga 35T tow plane. So that's pretty cool. It's another little small, it's a unique one. I think it's... let me look it up here. Oh, here. Also, let me do this. Let me get the picture up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Give me a moment, please. Image. So this is, of course, the glider on the left, and then this is the plane that comes with the glider for free, so you're not paying extra for it. That is the Wilga 35A, which looks like a really cool plane. So, just thought I'd kind of mention that. Saw they announced that this morning. That'll be for the PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. But looks really cool. It has a really unique design on the gear struts. But yeah, just, you know, in case you were wondering, thought I'd let you know. No, Banshee, unfortunately it is not a possibility to block certain players. A lot of people are getting thrown around, I'm sure, due to that. Again. I mean, if it, well, I don't think blocking players through PlayStation does anything, right? You'd still see them anyways, it just blocks communication or whatever. But yep, Sim Update 6 just can't get here soon enough. That way it can just be turned off and then they can't have fun anymore. Right, Paul? I mean, Godfriend's my favorite developer. I mean, the work that they do is just awesome. I love that they do the stuff like that as well, where, you know, it's like, hey, here's a glider, but we'll give you an additional plane on top of it. I was going to buy it anyways because I love supporting them. I'm not that big of a glider person personally, just because, A, I suck at them, and then B, I mean, that's the main point right there. But I was going to get it regardless, but now I'm going to get it even more so, because now we just get an additional plane on top of it, which is awesome, so. The Wilga is a great plane, sort of like the Draco, but slower. Nice. Sounds good to me. Which, by the way, in case nobody knows, the Draco in the default sim was also developed by the lovely folks at Got Friends, which is why it's an excellent aircraft. And the Styres, we are north of Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango. That is the airport we're heading to. So if you're on USE servers with flight conditions set to all players, just go north of that airport and you will see the group up over here. Looking good, Pigtowns. Oh, speaking of the Draco, you're in the Saab Draco. This was probably my favorite part about driving through Alaska and then the western part of Canada, you know, British Columbia and all that stuff, was how empty it was. Like, it is just wilderness. It wasn't, you know, you don't see fences of big ranches or anything like that. Like, it is legitimately, you're out in the middle of nowhere. And that was such a cool experience to drive through. Like, I absolutely loved that. There's just nothing else like it with the Alaska and western part of Canada through there. Seeing the awesome mountains and everything. It'll be a trip I will never forget. Because I will always take trips like that over things like going to major cities or something like that. That just doesn't interest me. Just being in nature and just having really nothing around here. And then some of the hotels we stayed at, it was a building and then nothing else for miles around it. It's just like, man, it's so quiet here. I love it. Every time I fly over it in the sim now, I think about that. It's just awesome. And that was in February, so, you know, the mountain, everything was still covered in snow. We drove by maybe 20 vehicles the entire stretch of the Alaskan highway. I mean, my God, it was such a surreal experience, and I love it. I feel like I'm in GTA Online with somebody in an MK Oppressor 2. Or Oppressor Mark 2. That's the experience that I'm kind of reliving at the moment. Just this is without the homing missiles. Like, you know, you do it the first time, it's like, ah, you know, whatever, great feature. And then it's just kind of like, are you still, like, why? Are you truly still having that much fun doing that? What's going on? One thing that's disappointing is you can only use the controller and cannot use the HOTAS 5 on PS5. Unless it's a beta issue, I've not heard anything about that being a problem. Because you should be able to use the HOTAS, the controller, a keyboard, and a mouse all at the same time without any problems. Alright, we are reaching the mountain peaks here, folks. Which, based off of my visual calculations, it appears we are good to go. You don't see the mountain, so you must be clear of it. You okay, Vixen? I'm glad I have crash physics turned off, or else this would be a really miserable experience. I mean, I would have turned it off anyways at that point, but... Citroen, I love my experience with the PlayStation version of the sim. It's my favorite place to fly the sim. I mean, obviously I fly on PC and Xbox as well, but I love the gyroscope feature. VR with Sim Update 6 is absolutely fantastic. You're gonna have a blast with it. Well, in the beginning when the beta first happened, they did something with Thrustmaster SDK in the background, and it messed up the HOTAS 4 and 5, I believe. That was fixed in the second beta build, and I haven't heard anything about it since. So, there really shouldn't be anything else wrong with the HOTASes on PlayStation at this point. That I'm aware of. We've already done a video over the Taylor Craft. I was lucky enough to get an early version of it a couple weeks ago. It is an excellent aircraft, so it did come out. Nice. I thought it was going to be back in August for that. But very cool. But yeah, it's an excellent aircraft. I see a peak to our right. I see a peak in front of us. Can we make it? Can we make it? Come on, Vixen! There we go. Oops. Oh no, not heading, sorry. Nav mode, please. There's an airport on our right. Oh, there is an airport on our right. Oh my. Yeah, I think we'll keep going to where we're going. I think we'll skip Charlie Yankee Tango Charlie. Because this should be a bit more of a, yeah, we actually have a runway over here. That'll be a better choice for everybody. Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango. I think we'll hold at the 6,000 feet. I'm starting to see another mountain peak, though. Let's go to 7,000 here. Oh, we're good. Oh, look how cool that one looks, though. Would look even awesomer without this stupid helicopter in my screen. Nice livery note. I wish we would have that for the PMDG 777. They must have undelayed it. Uh-huh. I mean, hey, that works. Just got the A32, very nice. Nice. Yeah, I love this plane. Absolutely love it. Just like this storm. Oh. Oh, that's not us. I see that and I'm like, oh no, we're going the wrong way, but we're good. Hard to go the wrong way when we're in nav mode. Wow, look at that. Let me pop the doors off really quick. Oh. I know why. There we go. I forgot I had the headphones on. We gotta see something. How does one block somebody on PlayStation? How do you block someone on PS5? Open the game base menu, navigate to a player's profile. It won't stop them from showing up in the sim, though. It won't make a difference. Just on the load-in, yes. The if you're on the beta, for whatever reason, the latest beta build has brought back that long load. So if it's not loaded in within about a minute, or switching away from 2%, or the authentication process, just restart the sim. It might take a few times in order to get to that point, but yeah. So something like that might help out. MK2 analogy is spawn on, pretty much, Banshee. I mean, it's just crazy. Cow, have you ever flown the Quers? I heard is that the French fries or fries thing? No. Oh, we're finally done with the stupid helicopter. Shocking. Glad it only took 2 hours of that. Goodness. Anyways, let me take a little look here. Yep, Banshee, pretty much. I mean, what in the world? Where are we going, Alpha? We are going to... I'm just sitting here. We're almost to our destination of Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango. Hang on, I'm just checking out the marketplace on the PC here. And I think we're almost done with the mountains here. We got a couple more peaks that we're going to go over, and I think pretty much once we get to around here, we can start descending. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be doing here. Let me get the radar back up here. Now we'll have some breaks, and then it'll break up a lot once we get over to the airport, which is great, so. We'll see what it looks like when we reach this break right here, because we do have another big, heavy rainfall coming up after that. And then we can go ahead and land afterwards. Or descend, not land. Obviously, we're going to land afterwards. There is no Taylor craft. We got a bunch of random landmark add-ons for way too much. A bunch of perfect flight spam and VA system spam. I was originally going to do something with this, but then I was like, I don't know, it seems going to be, I don't know. And it's already not doing great with the reviews, 2 of them. Because it does a terrible job, because I thought it was cool. It's like, oh, it'll do a tour anywhere in the world. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then the pictures are just terrible. It's like, what am I looking at here? And then the parachuting, I don't know what that's supposed, like, I don't know. Terrible description of what this thing is. So I didn't want to waste 16 bucks on it. But hang on, let me look. Unless you were just bringing up that plane because I have it, and you were just wanting to see it. Maybe that's what you meant by it. But yeah, I don't see anything out. Because that's why I was kind of confused why Got Friends didn't mention anything. So. I look forward to their F4 Wildcat coming out at some point. But okay, never mind. Nothing's out. Because I was confused. I was like, wow, they just said it was going to be in August, like a couple days ago. So, anyways, back to PlayStation. Yeah, it was Nam K Cobb. Corb. That one back there. Who spent the last 2 hours ruining everybody's flight that was trying to fly along with us. So appreciate that. Welcome to the flight, Volvo. Welcome as well to Hammy and Malcolm and Patrick. Castaways back up in the air. Love it. And BM Stiers, hello as well. Oh, that looks nice with the break in the cloud here. Look, oh, that was a nice reveal. Love that. That's why I do love flying in these types of conditions, especially when you get into those breaks and get some cool visuals. I love it. Oh, good to know. Perfect. So great. So if you have the 777 on the... Maybe something just didn't update right on the base PS5. That is a great point. So if you own the 777F on the PlayStation 5, make sure you go to the marketplace, My Library, disable the 777 and then re-enable it and see. So appreciate that. Perfect. Hopefully that ends up helping everybody else out as well that's trying to fly that on the base PS5. Appreciate the information on that. Wow. Remember how I was talking about reveals? That's what I'm talking about right there. And Hollow, welcome to the stream as well. You must be a Eurofighter. Are you? Oh. Oh no, an A-10. Alright. I hope we get the Embraer airliners one of these days to fly around in the sim. Once we're done with the Airbus, Boeing stuff for a little bit. We got Welsh and Super back there as well. We got Starbug up at a very high altitude. God dang. In an unknown. It's not even giving me what you're flying. It's just giving me the passive A320. Okay. Good draw distance on the passive A220 though, or A320. Yeah, Paul. It used to be everything was A10s, now it's all caribous for some reason. I don't know. Hopefully one of these days they'll be able to sort out the the model matching, because the model matching doesn't even work right for AI traffic, as we saw earlier in this stream. Craziness. Gotcha, Dodge. Gotcha. We'll do the landing challenges when wake turbulence can be turned off. It's not going to be a very enjoyable experience right now. We'll save that for SU6 when everybody's on that. For sure, because I love the idea. It's not going to be very fun in this current stage of the sim. Because the landing challenges will just be impossible with everybody's wake turbulence. But like I said, we'll definitely do that when Sim Update 6 is public and everybody's there. And everybody can have wake turbulence off and actually have an enjoyable time with it. We will definitely revisit that, because I do love the idea. Just not at the moment. What's New York in? The CC9. What is the CC19? That's gonna bug me. I've seen it multiple times and I keep forgetting what the thing is. CC19. Oh, it's the Cub Crafters X Cub. Okay. When did they change it? I thought it used to say X Cub. But now I know for future reference. Because I've seen that multiple times. I was like, man, what is that? It's just the X Cub. Ooh. Is this our last? By the way, look at the extra detail on the tires. See the little spikes coming out? I love it. I think this is our last peak. It is. Then we can break below the clouds. Skywalker, I love flying with the DualSense controller because I don't use the sticks. I use the built-in gyroscope that's in the controller itself to fly the airliners, helicopters, everything in the sim. 100% of my time is spent with just the controller. But if you end up wanting the keyboard and mouse and everything like that, you can absolutely do so and have a great experience with it. I know a lot of people that watch this and are flying currently are definitely using that keyboard mouse combination as well. especially those of you that fly the airliners a lot. So, however way you want to fly in the sim, you can absolutely enjoy it with whatever you plan on using or not using. Well, minus the nonsense, I hope everybody did enjoy this flight and stream, because obviously we'll wrap up here once we land and all that fun stuff, but I still very much enjoyed our flight through the Canadian wilderness here. And of course our little volocopter flight in the beginning, checking out Chicago. That was fun too. And see, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, just like Steyrs. I mean, you got the HOTAS, the keyboard, the mouse, and the controller all going on, so... However way you choose to fly the sim, depending on what your preferences are, there's plenty of options for you. You're welcome, Skywalker. No problem at all. Because, yeah, the gyroscope's off. I still can't believe that the PlayStation Portal device supports gyroscope now. I was like, when did this happen? I'll have to mess with that some more. Sounds like a plan, Ross. So, again, we might do Battlefield over the weekend, we'll see. I mean, it might be a later stream in the afternoon or evening. We'll see. If it's not over the weekend, we'll do it sometime next week. We'll probably get into some American or Euro Truck Sim as well. And all that fun stuff. And Ross, Cowtown, always a great time here. One day I promise I will fly with you all. Well, we look forward to that day happening. It'll be great having you fly along. Just keeping my twins entertained and look after them. My wife working, picking them up soon. Nice. Well, I'm glad I could provide some entertainment this fine Friday. It's always nice doing these types of streams, though, where it's just like there's no specific plan as to what we want to do. It just pick a random spot and fly and see what we run into with live conditions. And this is a prime example of why that's a great idea. Speaking of Wreckfest, I can't believe that's taking forever to get the console as well. With Wreckfest 2. Because that'd be fun to do streams with everybody as well. Having lobbies where everybody can race each other, do some demo derbies and crap. So you can best guarantee we'll be doing that whenever that finally happens. Look at this gaggle of aircraft right here. Nice. See what happens when everybody can just fly respectfully? What a concept. Which thankfully 99.9% of people do. And I appreciate that, and so does everybody else that wants to fly along. Can't wait. Yeah, same here, Taco. Because I haven't really been paying too much attention to the PC version. I'm kind of keeping it as a surprise now for whatever they have been adding since I last messed with it. So that way when it does come over to console, we can play with all the new toys and features that have been added. I guarantee there's not a single other aircraft out here that has a slower stall speed than this thing. I mean, you can go pretty much 30 knots and still fly. It's just, that's what makes this plane so absolutely enjoyable. Right, Hammy? I mean, the whole, look at that. I mean, it's just, again, the way you guys show up for these flights is just awesome. Absolutely love it. Every single time I see such a gigantic group flying along with us. So again, sorry about the disruptions that were happening throughout the flight. Those of you that were flying along, I hope you still enjoyed it regardless. Thankfully, when Sim Update 6 comes out, people like that won't be able to interfere with anything anymore, which will be great. Oh, you were at Oshkosh this week, or last week, Jonathan? Nice. Hopefully you had it looks like a great time. I mean, my goodness. The amount of planes and things that show up there always looks really cool. I want an F-16 or F-22. Oh, I can guarantee the F-22 will be out before the F-16. No idea when the F-22 will release, though. Oh, good, Paul. Battlefield 6 tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Gotta be careful with this headwind. We actually picked a great runway to land at here. I'll hope you can join in next time, Banshee. Nice, John. I mean, that's a nice yearly tradition then, right there. Is Brian in a cart? That looks carty. Oh no, Piper. Okay. Oh, I'm happy with that landing right there. Now that's some stall performance right there. Love it. Now, even though most of everybody here is not actually in their plane, I'll still take a picture regardless. Try to get everybody in here. Oh, there's a note. Okay, let me take it from this side here. Well, very cool, everybody. Very much appreciate it for stopping on by, hanging out in the stream, in the chat, and of course in the sim as well. Oh. Would you look at that? Now that there's no more, mess everybody else's flight up time, they leave. Who would have guessed? Whoever that was, never come back. Alright? I can tell you that much. I'm gonna wait for the 777. I know somebody's over here. Oh no, they are still here. But still, point still stands. Let's watch this 777 land and then we'll take the picture. Dang, no. That was a beautiful landing right there. Nice. Get the picture there. Perfect. Well, that was a lovely way to wrap it on up. Beautiful landing. So again, thank you guys so much for joining. Enjoy your weekend. And I, will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.